Greetings YouTube. Today we're looking at a drill press locking clamp. Fastens to drill press slot, secures workpieces tightly where other clamps can't. This is from Pittsburgh Tools. This is a brand out of Harbor Freight, and it says maximum jaw opening 2 inches, throat depth 3 inches. And here I have it set up to cut a hole in a spearhead that I'm working on. I've already done one hole right here, and now I'm going to do this one there. The one thing I have noticed right off the bat is that this clamping is not really meant to clamp on something this thin. This is only 3/16 of an inch thick, and it really doesn't apply enough force on it to be secure. So I just threw this washer in here, which I think actually may be 3/16 of an inch thick, maybe only an 1/8 inch, I'm not sure. But that in there does in fact make it secure enough that it will hold it in place. Other than that, it's much like a pair of vice grips, if you've ever, and you probably already own a pair of those. So you just turn this to set the distance of them, and then just clamp it down. It's got a nice big eye bolt style, so it's better than like a wing nut. So it's more comfortable, and it just clamps itself right in place. And all you have to do is finger tight, because once you've clamped it, you've got the force going this way. It's going this way, so you're pushing down here, you're pulling on this, so everything is securing itself. You don't have to really worry about reefing on this this fastener on the bottom to hold everything in place. It does in fact work quite nicely, and it does the job. And the best thing about this, I think I paid $9 for this, not even $8 or $9, and it does exactly what I want to do. Now this is what I had been using in the past, and I still will use this for certain projects. And the reason I use this, because at the time it was free. It didn't cost me anything for this particular clamping process, because I had the bolts, I had the washers, I had the piece of steel which already had holes in it, so I didn't have to do anything to it. And that allowed me to clamp things in place on my drill press. But making adjustments and moving things was difficult, because I had to loosen a nut here and here, because I would have had it on either side like this. Very, very secure, don't get me wrong, but not fast, and it made setup and for things much slower and much more awkwardly. Much more awkward, I should say. This is much, much faster and much easier, and it's going to be easy to position this, because I can rotate it from this and switch it from a slot to slot just by taking that eye bolt on the bottom off. So actually, it's called an eye nut, I guess. I don't know. But regardless, it's comfortable, it's easy to move, and it does in fact do exactly what it's supposed to do, which is clamp things in place. So I'm really happy with this thing. So if you need a cheap clamp for your drill press, you can't really beat this thing. And if you damage it, who cares? It was $9. You know what I mean? You haven't put a lot of money in this, and I really like this thing. I may actually look into getting another one for here, so that I can, because I use this as a dog, but I could mount one there quite easily and use the same thing, just clamp it in place much more quickly and more firmly than what I'm currently been doing, which is using just an Irwin clip clamp to clamp things all over the place. But that also means I got this big long thing in the way, and if I have to open one of my drawers, it's frequently in the way. If I have that over here, I think that would solve the problem completely. So I'm going to try out that clamp over here, and if I like it, I'll just buy a second one. I don't want to have to keep moving it back and forth. And again, for like $9, it's well worth my purchasing one, because it saves me time, and if you can save yourself time, that's worth money. So quite happy with this clamp. I recommend you picking one up if you have a drill press, or you even want to use one on a bench like I'm going to be trying. Good deal, works. What else can you ask for?